Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Benny and I'm a Nigerian YouTuber based in Budapest. If this is your first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Please stay. Kindly hit the subscribe button, like this video, share, comment, all that good stuff. Let's grow this community together. Today's video is going to be about 10 practical but effortless ways that we can save money in 2023. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock, you know that the global economy has gone to shit. Everyone is literally complaining. Inflation, rent prices are hiking, the price of your daily consumables are going up. Everything is over the roof right now. So if you've struggled with savings over the years, if you've struggled with, accounting for where your money went or how you spent your money, or just always generally feeling like your money just disappears, right? Like, check your bank statement and you realize it's all you. I mean, you were hoping it wasn't you, but then it was you. If you struggle with that, then keep on watching this video. So my first effortless but practical tip, right? Maybe not the most effortless. I don't know why it's coming at number one, but it's to remember your tax bracket. Listen, I know it's very easy to get carried away when you're around people who are doing a lot of things, they're buying a lot of things, spending a lot of money. They don't want to check the price, they don't bother about things, they just, they want it and they buy it, right? And you have a lot of these people around you. So it's easy to get carried away sometimes and think that you have the same money as these people, you have the same income as these people, you are in the same tax bracket with these people. But in reality, you aren't. If you want to save more of your money in 2023, it's very, very paramount that you remember what your tax bracket is. Remember that this is your salary. You remember that in totality, this is your income, right? And you may not necessarily be able to afford some of those things that you really want or desire, or that you see people around you getting. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no shame. What you can do instead is think about ways that you can increase your income so that you can now afford these things and still be able to save. In 2023, before you make that move, before you make that purchase, before you swipe your card, remember your tax bracket. So my next effortless tip for saving more money in 2023, right, be to time your big purchases strategically. Certain things are usually cheaper at other times of the year. Now I'm talking about big purchases. I'm not talking about, your everyday regular things or food to eat or whatever. Gadgets, for example, cars, holidays, all that stuff that tend to take a dip into your pocket. Holidays, for example, there are certain times of the year that are considered peak period, depending on where you would like to go. For Europe, for example, if you would like to visit most places in Europe, the peak period is usually between April and September, or April to August, depending on where you want to go, right? Important that if you're on a budget, plan to visit some of these places in the non-peak periods. Things are usually or generally cheaper around that time. So hotels are cheaper, flights are usually cheaper. Basically, you get to save a ton if you visit places in the non-peak periods. However, you need to check the weather. When it comes to gadgets, for example, or cars, they're usually cheaper between September to December because new models generally come out around that time. So there's a price drop in older models, and if you're on a budget, then it's always better to wait until that time. If you're looking for new big electronic appliances, you can time your purchases to, let's say, Black Friday, for example, when you get better deals. Instead of just taking a huge chunk out of your pocket to purchase these things on impulse or just because in the moment you really want them. I'm not saying if it's a need then you need to wait for so long. However, if it's something that can wait and you are really on a budget, like you're trying to be on a budget, then I think you should time your big purchases strategically. So my third practical tip for saving more money in 2023 would be, if you struggle with impulse buying, unsubscribe from those promotional emails and remove the autofill of your card details from your laptop or your phone. It's annoying when every time you need to buy something, like, you literally have to fill the card details, right? It can get annoying and it can be very inconveniencing. However, if you struggle with impulse buying, listen, one of the best things you can effortlessly do for yourself is to remove your card details, because before you know it, you're getting a call that your delivery is at the door. If you have to go through the struggle sometimes of filling in those card details, having to verify on this one and that might just give up on that purchase along the line and realize I don't really need this. You can also unsubscribe from all these promotional emails. Listen, before you know it, they're telling you your patience has been rewarded by this percent off. Before you know it, you're checking or this one. Oh my god, most times, right, the price is the same. Like, you're not actually buying anything off. Marketing strategy, the price has probably been hiked and then they took some off and then back to the original price and they're telling you it's on sale. Unsubscribe from those emails today. My next practical tip for saving more money in 2023 would be know your non-negotiables and shop store brands in those items. And for every other thing that is negotiable for you, you can just buy them generically. Toiletries, for example. For me, a non-negotiable would be the sanitary towels that I use. There's only one brand currently that I'm comfortable using, and I think it doesn't matter what the price is, right? I'm still going to buy that brand. However, for something like tissue paper or other things that I may not necessarily notice the difference when I use them, I'm going to buy the cheapest brand that I find. I'm going to buy what helps me save some of my cash. Like, I'm not struggling to buy a particular brand of tissue. Why? I would say when it comes to certain things, maybe groceries, maybe toiletries, and other simple things, you should know your non-negotiable. Your reason for it being non-negotiable should make sense. However, there are certain things that you may not notice the difference and no health downsides to using those things, and they may be cheaper. I think you can swap some of those store brands for more generic ones if it's a negotiable for you. So another tip from me for saving more money in 2023 would be automate your savings. You may have two bank accounts, for example, one where your money, your income, your everything goes in, and you have another which is your savings account. It could also be an application that you might want to use. Set an automatic debit on your account to immediately remove the savings at a specific date. This just ensures that whatever amount it is that you have decided that you will keep as your monthly savings, actually do this. I would also encourage you to take advantage of the safe lock features of some accounts or some applications that help you save money. This way you're not really tempted to take out of your savings except it's an emergency, because you probably get charged if you take out of that money, and that just means you lose more money, right? So another tip from me for saving more money in 2023 would be to get your inventory back to zero before restocking. It's important that you are not just buying things because it's in your habit to buy them. You need to learn to buy things on a need by need basis. There are certain periods when you might feel the impulse to just restock, right? So let's say, for example, things are on sale, they're at giveaway price, and you just feel you should take advantage of those prices. However, you need to be realistic. How soon can you use up those products before they go bad, before they're out of vogue, before they are no longer useful, before whatever happens to them and then they become a waste for you? So it could be anything, literally. It could be groceries, it could be makeup, it could be skincare. You know, there's this tendency to just pack things and just have things and just, I want this so I buy it. But do you really need this thing is the question you need to ask yourself. While you're stocking up when it's sales time, it's important that you are realistic when you're buying things that are on sale, and also remember that it's very good for your inventory to be down before you restock. So my final tip for saving more money in 2023, right, would be to swap your default stores for cheaper options if you have some. Let's say there's a store that you would usually default to when you want to buy some, maybe because the store is closer to you or you have some form of weird attachment to this store. However, there's another store or there are other places where you might get the same item for cheaper. You can swap to those stores and this helps you save money. It's important that before making the decision to go ahead and buy these places, you check other options. Facebook Marketplace, for example, if you can get a better deal for the same item. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you really found it informative and helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section, and let me know many other ways that you will be practically saving your money in 2023. If you haven't subscribed, I really don't know what you're waiting for. Kindly hit the subscribe button and follow me on my other social media. Everything is linked in the description box below. I will see you guys in my next video.